Yeah, the is sure. I
Hi everyone. Hi, this is Umi Pandey, and welcome to Wins Publishing. And we are very happy to have another guest with us today, Mr. Sudipta Kalita. By profession, he is a banker, and writing is his passion. And obviously, we'll talk about his book. And this is going to be very special for me because I have been working in events publishing for quite a year, but haven't interacted an author from Assam itself. So yeah, I'm very excited to talk to today's author. And welcome to today's session, Sudipta. And also, his book is Unbaked. It's about a probationary officer working in a very remote area of Arunachal Pradesh. If I'm pronouncing it right, it's in Kyong, if I'm not wrong. And if I make any mistakes, you are there to correct. So yeah, welcome to today's discussion.
Thank you, Umi. And this is my first interview, so I'll be making much more mistakes than you. And just a couple of minutes back, I had just installed Zoom, so obviously you know that it's very new for me. And anyway, I'm more than you. I'm more delighted that you are also from Assam, and it was quite a pleasant surprise. Anyway,
Yeah,
thanks once again.
yeah, definitely. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate for your book Unbaked, and I am sure that it must have been a very good experience writing this book, leaving those memories you have spent. And yeah, I think I want to hear from you. How is your overall experience from leaving that place to writing it down? How is the whole process?
You want to know the means process of my experiences during the process
Yeah,
of writing.
yeah, yeah.
Actually, I started writing quite late in my I think it was in my 30s. Means I had crossed 30 already before writing as even a short
Mm.
story. So writing was quite new to me. Although I belong from a family of writers, actually my father had written around 70 books in Assamese. But and he would have written much more, but he tragically expired in 1997. Means he passed away in 1997. And my grandfather was also a writer. So everyone was expecting me to be a writer, but yeah, it came very late to me. So writing, initially, I was not sure that I'll be able to complete the book. I think there is some problem. Are you able to see me now? Sorry, I think
I'm
you're
completely fine. I was just muted
okay.
my video.
Your voice is just turned off here. It's okay. I don't know why it's getting turned off here. Wait, there must be some.
Are you not able to
I'm not
see
able
me
to.
right now?
I'm able to see you, but you are not audible. It's now you're audible. Sometimes I don't know what's the
Yeah, yeah.
setting
Actually,
about.
I
Okay, it's
muted
okay.
my audio. Okay, you can continue. No issues.
Okay. Okay. So I was talking about my experiences as a writer. Na? So initially, I had written only a couple of short stories. So this is a complete novel. So it was a very big thing for me. Uh, the only way I was able to complete because I had written it initially as a short story. Uh, am I audible?
Yes, yes, completely.
Okay. So initially, I had written it as a short story, and I had uploaded my story in a few of the means WhatsApp groups, banking groups, and most of the people had liked the story and quite appreciated my writing at that time for a short story. So it inspired me to turn this short story into a complete novel. So
Okay.
I was initially apprehensive that whether I would be able to write, means complete the novel. So the first time I had completed the novel in May
Hmm.
or June 2019. So I was quite happy then. Again, then I kept on improving. I hope so that I have kept on improving. And finally, it took me around 4 or 5 years to publish. From writing to publishing, it took me 5 years.
Okay. But that must be a very incredible journey to point it down. And for every author, the first book is very special. So I also
Yeah.
would like to know, I would also would like to know why did you keep the book name is Unbaked? I mean, what is the mystery behind that?
Unbanked means actually I see the book is about my experiences as a banker. Although it's
Hmm.
a fictional story, means there lots of the means most of the incidents in the book are true. Hmm.
Hmm.
And unbanked because if anyone reads the book, it's a quite a different experiences from the means banking one experiences in a city. Most at the time when I had first gone to the place I had mentioned in the book, in Kyong. So there, most of the people didn't even have bank accounts. Many people didn't have banking facilities are quite limited. In an entire district means it's a huge district. If one can search on the map or somewhere. So in an entire district, there is only one state bank branch at that time. So it means banking penetration was quite low, and most of the economy ran on like barter system that someone gave this and in return other things they'll get. It's kind of a very real economy. So naturally, that unbank came to my mind.
Okay.
The word
Uh,
unbank. Actually, it's not a word, but that word came to my mind.
okay, and that's a very interesting story, I would say, because living in such areas, and as I am born and brought up in Assam, I can relate to, like, we always look up to these states like Meghalaya and Arunachal
As you have
for,
mentioned that you are from Nagaon, it will take me
yeah,
around 3 days to go to Gyeong from Nagaon. It's quite
okay,
far away. Even Tawang and all these places are quite near compared, or even Kargil is quite near to Delhi. Then Incheon is from Nagaon.
okay. I mean, that's really surprising. And also, I haven't explored Arunachal a lot. And through your book, I also got the little sense of how the communities there were. And I would like to know what are the challenges you faced as a probationary officer at that time, and be it geographical challenges or in your daily life, how did you tackle that?
Actually, the biggest challenge was man management. See, I never
Mm.
headed a branch or had a actually probationary officer means a person who is in probation.
Mm.
And once your probation is complete, you are no longer a probationary officer. So I
Mm.
was transferred there, or I got posted there as a deputy manager. So at that
Mm.
time, I had to again, after a couple of months, I had to head the branch as well. Huh. So I'm managing the employees, the customers, their problems, how to solve them. Means the problems will be quite unique in that place because of the nature of because of the distance or the unique geography and the remoteness of that place. So it was quite a I had quite a difficult time managing all these problems. Suppose you might have never heard a branch, state bank branch closing down for 3, 4 days because of connectivity. Sometimes there will be no connectivity and we'll be forced to close down
Mm.
our branch for 3, 4 days. So these are unique problems there, which other branches in Assam have never faced. That's
Yes,
a
yes.
unique problem there. And distance is always a problem.
And yeah,
Hope
I
I
mean,
have
uh, yeah. So
sorry.
Sudipta, yeah, yeah. I was just telling ki, I'm just imagining like connectivity is such an issue and still bank exists in that place. So did you ever have this question ki people are having basic problems like they're not getting food, they don't have a proper place to stay, but still in those places where we can't find connectivity, there is a still bank. So how did you feel about it, the entire thing? I mean, the branch you were working in, it has been working very remotely. So, I mean, as a professional officer, this might have been like tricking your mind, like how these things exist in these places. So, I mean, I just want to know a little idea about it. What were the thoughts that came to your mind?
Actually, like to define on this.
Hmm.
Actually, food is plenty over there. Food means good food. The people in Incheon like to eat good and they eat a plenty because they are hardworking people. And also, houses are quite good over there. Means there are very few poor people in Incheon. Most of the society is well balanced. Means there are not many people who are very rich or who are very poor. Huh.
Hmm.
I think wealth is equally distributed. Ah, and what's the other part of the question? I didn't get you. Can you repeat
Uh,
once?
I mean, the connectivity is an issue in a sense that
Yeah,
how.
issues are connectivity, not regarding food and shelter.
Okay.
Shelter too, I had a branch itself. My branch was on the ground floor and my quarter was on the first floor.
Hmm.
Although the amenities were quite basic, yet it was means it was good enough. And food was plenty. So maybe we will not get this one KFC or Burger King there, but we'll get good food, means natural, healthy diet there.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and connectivity was the issue. Mhm.
okay.
Connectivity means internet connectivity, phone connectivity. Road connectivity is a different issue. It's a far away, obviously, it's a remote place. But when I first visited Incheon, there was no internet. Huh. First time I visited, and after I came back around 4 months back, it was the first time I experienced means 4 months without internet. Almost means there was no internet,
Hmm.
and the
Uh,
bank used to run on a week's. Yeah.
okay. Uh, so I want to know, Sudipta, like,
Hmm.
uh, what were the challenges you faced as a writer, as a beginner, when you started writing? Because you said that your father was a writer and he wrote like almost 70 books in Assamese language. So, did you
Yes.
also felt that pressure ever in your life that your father has already set a bar and you also need to contribute to something to the society or even to yourself? And did you feel anything like that?
I see some people or someone else will always means will always mention that whether you are also into writing or that, but I never felt the pressure because of that. Actually, my father had expired while I was just only 10, I was only 10 years old. Huh.
Hmm.
So it was not like that while I growing up or while I was an adult that I had him in that means I had him with me. So it was not a pressure in that way. But anyway, actually I was introduced, although my father and grandfathers are both writers, I introduced
Hmm.
to books only by my mother. She was quite into reading. Means she wanted me to read a lot of books, and she used to buy me books and all that. So my father didn't. Means my father, I was quite young now when my father died, so he didn't quite get that period. And the challenges while writing, the biggest challenge was I was not confident of finishing the book. Huh. Every chapter I'll write that I wanted means I cannot describe the feeling for you because I hadn't never finished a big project. It was a big project for me at that time, which will take considerable amount of time, almost
Hmm.
a year to write the first draft. So I was not confident whether I'll be able to finish the means draft. So once the first means draft is completed, obviously then you can means maneuver and you can change it, you can edit a lot of things. After that, it becomes easy. The first time it was difficult. The most difficult part was publishing. That is the thing. Hmm.
Okay, and I want to know about like as a banker, how was the entire thing during demonetization? Because I am absolutely sure that you might have faced that during your work there.
The biggest thing during demonetization was that lack of information, and that again the distance was a challenge because in most of the Indian towns and cities, the ATMs had to be recalibrated. Means, see, when demonetization was done, the existing 100 and 1,000 rupees notes were changed, and
Hmm.
2,000 rupees and 500 notes were introduced, but the sizes of these notes were different from the earlier ones. So the early ATMs were not able to means dispense these notes. All the ATMs boxes had to be changed all over India. Every bank, every ATM. So since we are a very remote place, so this happened almost 2 months after that. For almost 2 months, our ATM was defunct. So since we didn't have internet and we didn't have ATM at that time, so the means anyway, as you know that in during demonetization, the crowds in the banks were overflowing. I think you might have also experienced that. But in our bank too, it was around tenfold because there was no internet, no ATM, nothing. So it was quite a challenge to manage the crowd at that time. We had to work very hard till 10, 11, 12 every day for around 2 months. Only then the bank was able to, means only after that we are able to manage.
Yeah, definitely. And as a banker, I also think that as much as people I have seen working in banks, I find their life to be really hectic. I mean, I don't want to say this openly, but openly they express it. The life is very hectic. You have to be indulged in work till 8, 9, and there is no work-life balance. So among all these atrocities, I would say, I'm not sure you might have also felt the same way or not. But even if you have felt that way, how did you manage that? How did you tackle all these problems?
See, I have always believed. See, I'm a cricket follower. Huh.
Hmm.
There is actually, I don't know who actually said it. Someone said that Brian Lara has said it, or someone has said that Sunil Gavaskar has said. Do
Hmm.
you follow test matches? Huh.
No,
It
not
is in
much.
a test.
Hmm.
Okay, in a test match, a single day is of 6 hours, and there are 6 hours, 2 2 hours. Each session is of 2 2 hours. So someone, Brandon or Sunil Gavaskar has said that give the first hour to the bowler. The rest 5 hours are. Wait, I have got a call. That's why your this one has got minimized.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Are you able to get back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So so what happened is that I had gone with this, even now. Now I'm newly transferred to another branch. So I'll work hard for means I'll work for 8 or 9 till 8 or 9 o'clock till for the first 3 4 months. After that, everything's get set up or in a way as I want it according to me. So after that, it becomes easy. So even in Inkyong, it was like that. I had to work till 9 9:30 for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. For the
Hmm.
rest 1.5 years, it was work was quite easy after everything got settled down. So, and again, managing stress is an art. So that is also a thing. You might find everything hectic, but if you enjoy the work, if you enjoy building relationships with other people, then banking is quite an enjoyable job because you get to know a lot of people. That is the most interesting part of means for me. That's the most beautiful part of banking, getting to know more and more people.
Okay. So, banking job also requires lot of transfers from one place to another,
Yeah.
and there is no proper time for how much time you will be staying in that place. Also, during that time, you tend to make a relationship and bonding with the people you live and the community you see every day and the surroundings. So once you get the notice that you have to transfer and you have to go to another place. How the whole process like comes to your mind? How do you manage this scenario?
See, it is both challenging as well as this one exciting. Challenging because now you have to means how you'll be all everyone. No one likes change. Uh,
Hmm.
Suppose it takes time to settle down in a place, settle down in a branch. Now I have to go to a new place, new branch. So there will be a lot of changes, uh, which is difficult. So another thing is that, uh, which is difficult. But the thing is that another thing is that life is always exciting. Now I am coming to a new place. I can think it in the other way as well. What are the
Hmm.
new things I am about to see, or what are the new experience I'll be getting?
Okay.
That's
So
it.
yeah, definitely I agree with you that the changes also brings newness to your life and there are two perspectives of things. Like you can see the positive and the negative side as well. You get to see the new people, new places, but again you have to shift your entire life, entire thing to another city, and yeah, it's been really difficult. So, as a banker, I want to know, like, which places you have visited in your entire work life, like being in this profession.
See, as you had mentioned that writing is a passion for me, but writing is comes much down the ladder. Huh.
Hmm.
Traveling, biking, and photography, these are passions for me. So I
Hmm.
have gone. I'm a solo writer. Huh.
Okay.
Means my friends, family members, everyone know that I travel to places. I travel solo and on a bike, and sometimes on a bicycle as well. I've
Hmm.
even gone to Incheon bicycle. It took me a few days. Huh. So that's the thing. So I have traveled to around more than 200 places solo.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
that's the
That's
thing.
that's exciting.
So sorry. Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So, like, in this profession, do you also feel that the work is being monotonous? You are doing the same thing again and again. You are dealing with the same sort of problems every day. And in this hectic time, what do you do? Like you said that your passion is going for rides, traveling, but also in banking profession you get very less leaves, I would say. if as much as I know this profession. So, I mean, how do you manage that in holidays or leaves? How do you
Actually,
spend?
I think that's a wrong perception because see, I think we get a lot of leaves, not lot of leaves, but
Hmm.
means sufficient amount of leaves. We get like 33 privilege PL means privilege leaves in a year. Then again, there will be sick leaves also. There will be casual leaves also. And now I think if 5 day banking comes, that will be a big boost for all the bankers in maintaining a good work life balance or work life happiness. Huh. So leaves have not been a problem for me as of now till now.
Okay.
Hmm. Another thing is that what was the other part of your question about leaves and monotonous? I don't feel
Uh,
banking is monotonous because
oh.
see, I have already mentioned that I like meeting new people or I
Hmm.
like building relationships. So if meeting people or talking to people is a passion, then banking is the job for you.
Okay.
That's the thing. Uh, Means suppose you have come to me with a problem that you are not getting this done, that
Hmm.
done, and I am able to solve the problem. Your happiness is my happiness. Means if you feel it means not for the interview itself. Means I'm saying that if that is your happiness,
Hmm.
if you feel happy for that, now then you'll never get bored as a banker.
Yes.
I
Yes.
like solving problems. I like solving people's problems as well. Not only
Yeah.
inside the bank, outside the bank. I do a lot of things outside the bank too.
Okay. And I mean, that's really a good thing that you said. And I also believe those people who actually goes to you for help in be like banking settings or whatever outside the bank, they get their required help from you. And we have been discussing about banking a lot, but let's get back to the book. So,
Hmm.
how did your friends and families have supported you on this journey in writing this book?
Friends and family means see, from initially in the beginning, the friends were quite supportive means in the way that yes, you're doing a good thing.
Hmm.
Some people have read some things I have said and say, oh, these are the mistakes you have committed, or these are the things you have done well. Which is
Hmm.
means suppose two three guys said or girls said that this is the thing you are writing right, then that inspires me to write in that way. No?
Hmm.
If suppose I have written a short story and people are appreciating it, then ultimately, if I write two, three short stories, then that becomes my style of writing. That is how my friends have. They have always been encouraging. Uh, no one is like, no, you're writing so poor that you know you cannot write or this. No one has said that. And family members are also, yeah, they want me to write, except my wife who hates writing. That's the thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I hope that whatever journey you have described in this book, being in Gyeong and everything. As this is your first book, I believe people will really love it. And I also request all the audience of Evans Publishing that please have a look on this book. And yeah, you will love it because Arunachal is really beautiful. And I really love to read stories about all these places personally because I have a very special connection with Northeast. Now I'm not living
Yeah.
there. I'm out of Northeast, but yeah, I miss my home and all these things. So yeah, I
So you
really
are
love.
born and brought up in Nagaon?
Yeah, actually, I did my schooling there, and I have just recently come out of Assam for job, and
Okay. Where
definitely,
did you do your schooling?
I studied in Shankardev Vidyaniketan in like Amlapatti. There is a place, or
Okay. Okay.
after that, I continued my education in Guwahati. So now I'm in MP and I really liked talking to you all this discussion
Okay.
and I hope people will definitely love your book and they will give very good reviews
Well,
and you keep on
yeah.
writing and I hope to see you soon with another book and another successful story. And do you
Sure, sure.
like to say something to our audience?
Like to say something means I'll say by taking into perspective from the perspective of the book. See,
Hmm.
initially young or going to that place was difficult for me.
Hmm.
The means challenges the bank, the challenges outside the bank. But
Hmm.
once I decided to stick to everything, means I decided to tough it out, na? Means take every day as it comes.
Hmm.
After a couple of days, means after a certain number of days, everything, once everything settled down, life became much easier. So even not only in the book or in Inkyong, everywhere it's like that. You need time. If you means you just need to, you will have good days, you will have bad days. On bad days, you just have to show up. You just don't give up on bad days. Only
Hmm.
then means every day after a couple means after some time you'll see that everything has gone all right if you keep on showing up. That is the most important thing I have learned staying in Inkyong, writing this book. And I hope that, see, now I'm out of touch. Means initially I had first released the book on 21st of June.
Hmm.
Means around 35 days back. Huh. So it was doing quite well at that time. Now I have, now since I'm little bit caught up with banking, I'm not able to concentrate on marketing the book for the last 2 3 weeks. But I know that I'm still showing up. Like today, I just came back from office at 8:30, and this is the thing. That is the thing in life that you keep on, even if you have good days or bad days, you keep on showing up.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I believe that. And I hope your book will also find some sort of audience who will appreciate it. And even if it needs some modifications or anything like that, I believe they will openly say about that. And people are always
Sure, sure.
nice
I hope
here.
that the reviews are honest, either
Yeah,
good or bad. The reviews are honest. Then it will help me grow as a writer.
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely, definitely. And people in events publishing and the readers of events publishing have always been honest about it, and I really appreciate that. And I believe this time also you will give your honest opinion. And yeah, that was the
Sure.
interview for today. Thank you, Sudipta, for being with us. And we really enjoyed having conversation with you.
And thank you, Yumi, so much. You are my first interviewer. So obviously, as the first book, the first interview will also be very special.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.